Hey friends, as you can see, I'm having my very first staycation in a quarantine center. If you unfortunately, have to move in, then here are some of the things that you should know. This room has almost everything that a hotel room has, except a few things, and they are quite important. So let's talk about it. No Wi-Fi. Yes, there is no Wi-Fi here. Fortunately, my telecom carrier has a special arrangements for people like me who has to move into quarantine center. They provide unlimited cellular data to us, so that's a lifesaver. So you have to wash your own clothes by hand, and yeah, I'm quite comfortable doing that, so it's not a problem for me. But to anyone else who doesn't want to do that, you probably want to bring enough clothes here. Though, I don't think that's a feasible solution because you don't know when you can get out. So we'll talk more about discharge later. Now, I called the hotline and asked for a pen, and their reply was, "Pen is the most scarce resource here." Still, I managed to secure one. Moving on to what we have in the room. Obviously, you have two single beds, and you can place them next to each other and make a king size or queen size. I actually don't even know what size this is, but you can just do what I did. And you have a pillow, a blanket, a bed sheet. If you even call this a bed sheet, it's just in my opinion, an oversized sheet of dried wet wipe. I don't know if that's a bed sheet at all, but yeah. Then you have a broken airport. I have a broken airport, probably yours is going to be functional, that never goes to keep warm mode. It boils everything until it short circuits. So I have to cut power manually. Ensuite, with a shower curtain. Yes, because in my parents' room, shower curtain wasn't equipped. So yeah, I need to mention this. 3 electric sockets, power strip available upon request. Obviously, every room has an air conditioning. It also comes with this little bag which has your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your towel, shampoo, body wash, everything's inside this little bag. And my room also has a broom and a bucket without a mop. So I'm not so sure what's going on. Other than leaving the room, you can do whatever you want, no one cares, and no one has the time to care. The room itself is quite soundproof. I can't hear what others are doing in their room, which is a good thing. I don't want any noise and stuff. And I can barely hear what's going on outside unless someone is actually knocking on my window. And they can't hear what I'm doing here inside as well, because sometimes when they're knocking, I'm in the toilet and I need to yell and they still can't hear me. I've been yelling like, "Oh, I'm in the toilet, please give me a few minutes," and they can't hear it at all. So yeah, this is how soundproof this room is. Speaking of windows, which is the most important thing, you'll have your only face-to-face human interaction where staff will put food and supplies on the tray outside. You don't want a broken window. That's why the first thing you should check is the window when you move in. When you move in, you should have this 1 week menu. Okay, it's an A3 paper, so it's pretty big. You need to fill it out and send it to them via WhatsApp so that they can provide you with your choice of meal. But for the first 2 days, they claim that they're going to provide you random meals, and by random, we all know that they're going to provide you with vegetarian.
So this is how it looks like outside, and today is day 1 or day 2, I'm not sure, but it is now, I think it's now 10:40 something, and I still haven't received breakfast. Fortunately, I have already thought of this. So I have asked for bottles of water last night, and I also brought a bunch of stuff. You see, so I do have a lot of drinks as well as some canned food. So I suppose I won't starve to death.
Aside from my missing breakfast on day 1, they did provide my choice of meal to me. You can also request for cup noodles, fruits, snacks, and they can provide that to you. And by fruits, I mean oranges. Yeah, I've only received oranges so far, and they provide 2 oranges to me every day, and they don't have bread. There's a hotline for health issues that you might be experiencing, and you can tell them your symptoms. Then a doctor will call you shortly for follow-up and prescribe drugs to you. And those drugs are actually delivered from Tumen Hospital's pharmacy directly. I have already received 3 doses of vaccines. That's why if my rat result is negative on the 6th and the 7th day, I can leave. If not, I have to stay until my rat result is negative for 2 consecutive days. And it's day 9 now, and I'm still positive. That's why I'm staying here. And that's the reason why you need to wash your clothes. And I would recommend that you bring a mug with you for hot water or other drinks that you might be making yourself here. What a lovely view. Unless you want this to be a once-in-a-lifetime internet-free experience, you have to contact your telecom carrier. They probably have some special arrangements for people who have to move into quarantine center because we have no Wi-Fi here. Or maybe you just realize that they love fishing in troubled waters.
Oh no!
No, you do not need to bring water here because they'll provide you with bottled water every day. Actually, you get 2 every day. And I still have, I don't know, but definitely more than 10. Definitely more than 10 bottles. So you don't need to bring water here. Disclaimer. 1, I'm an introvert, and by introvert I mean a highly introverted type of introvert. And 2, as long as the food is edible, I don't care about food quality at all. That's why the overall experience is quite enjoyable. Oh, actually, the pillow and the bed sheet, yeah, this is the only problem. The pillow is basically non-existent, and I won't even call that a bed sheet. So yeah, other than that, everything else is fine, it's great. So I hope that you've learned a thing or 2 about the quarantine center, and if you unfortunately or fortunately have to move in, I hope you get well soon.